name's Jessica Vega. I chose to speak about God because He has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. In Matthew 11:28, it says, "Come to me, all who are tired from carrying heavy loads, and I will give you rest." As we all know, Adam and Eve were the first ones who created sin, and because of that sin, things multiplied and more sin multiplied and more, and then something had to be done because the people had gone astray from the way God had created things. Instead of punishing the whole world, God had to take that big decision of asking His own Son to be tortured and die for the best thing He had created, which was us. Just like how the book of Isaiah chapter 53 says. The movie The Passion of Christ was not an exaggeration. It actually needed to be added on because the Bible says that he was all covered in blood. You couldn't tell what color skin he was or the color of his hairs, his eyes, anything. And that's why I feel like the movie should have been added on. The quote that I chose by Elie Wiesel, it says, "I have not lost faith in God. I have moments of anger and protest, and sometimes I am closer to Him for that reasons." This quote fits my life story because it has, for many reasons, but one of the reasons was my childhood, being a single mother, and my professional life someday. In my childhood, I never saw my mother because she had 2 to 3 jobs at once to provide everything she needed for her 4 kids. Because of that reason, my grandma had to take care of us and 12 other cousins of ours. She had to cook, feed us, and our parents, have everything ready. And for that reason, I was physically, emotionally, and sexually abused by my uncles and other people who were renting there at the time. When I was 12 years old, we started talking about sex education in school, and I felt like I had been taken advantage of, and I was very frustrated, very mad about what had happened, and I would ask God why He let that happen to me, why He didn't just keep them away from me, why this had happened to me. I was a nice person. I didn't feel like I deserved that. And of course, as a 12-year-old, I did not understand. And in the same way, my challenges as a child also are as a single mother. Because of what happened in my childhood, I am very picky of who takes care of my daughter and what they're doing and when they're doing it and where she is being taken care of. But because we don't have a daycare center here, it's very hard for me to trust people who it's just Victoria and the babysitter. My foster parents have helped me out as much as they can, but they also have their full times. And my brother and sisters, they also have their own activities and have jobs, and it's hard for them to watch my daughter. But this is where my faith is being challenged. This is where I kneel down, and when I don't have a babysitter and I have to go to work or school, I kneel down and I ask Him, "Lord, how come I don't have a babysitter? I have to work. I have to go to school in order to be successful in providing for my daughter and my family eventually." And of course, He always comes through. In the similar impact of being a single mother, I also someday it will impact my professional life. I want to be a psychologist and work in the foster care system because I was blessed with it, but I also know that it needs some improvements. I work in an Elevate group right now, and I'm a mentor. And the leaders there, they do such a wonderful job, but they've never experienced what the girls and I have experienced. And I can talk to them easier because I can relate to it. I know the pain they are feeling, and I can tell them I did this, and you can do it too. And this is why God let the things that happened to me as a child, that's why He let them go on. So because He knew I was going to move on, and He wanted me to help those who are still stuck there just the way that he helped me. To sum up, I have not lost faith in God, but I have moments of anger and protest, and sometimes I am closer to Him for that reason. This quote fits my life story in many areas, but it does in my childhood, being a single mother, and my professional life. Thank you.